Timbersaw against is maybe something like Batrider, but just about anything else he can win it.
That's what maybe he can do against or not. I think give him a decent match, but maybe he's going to just find that. They just said put him again on, so don't know what I was impressed. I don't want to like he can have things to look. There was that maybe 5 to 10 times span where they smoked a lot or some good moves. They were starting to be map control. They were pushing the wave out. They were farming a lot of lane. A killer picking up at farm waves. But that was only for a small period of time. I feel like they need more of that, or whatever. I mean, they just do.
5 seconds left. Don't freeze up.
Work. Right.
Dire team ban.
Timbersaw. Sure.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
By hitting a little bit. Maybe this.
Dire team's turn to pick.
Yeah, I guess Axe is Axe Slardar. Again, you want transition.
10 seconds remaining.
Right.
5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
With and
yeah, it came also to before Dazzle could grab something like a Warlock. I feel that's decent at 40 and a hero like an Axe in a dual lane. It could also just go regular stuff as well. But based on those bans, I think EHome Keen is anticipating having a bit a weak laning stage, especially with roaming Bounty Hunter. It can help obviously for ganks, but in terms of lane stability, it can be a bit iffy because I don't know if you've ever played like a roaming hero before, but I always get in these ruts where like I feel like I'm roaming okay, but just the distance between going mid and top is so far that like you're not there for every game.
You're missing
not possible, and you're missing experience, and like there's just gonna be kills that you can't be there for. So if somebody drafts like a strong slow laner and then throws a really strong laning support with them, it just becomes so tough for that one hero unless every single gank works. Just becomes a little iffy. I kind of like the lineup. EHome Keen's 3 heroes though, they're really synergistic. Slaughter minus armor plus Witchstalker ulti plus their lane is really effective. I like their combo right now. I'm just a little unsure if they're going to lane well against both Timbersaw and Dex.
It's scary. I mean, you saw what Wave can do on the Timbersaw basket. It's just right. Maybe you put 2 eggs into one with Timbersaw, and then you have to do the Axe, and then Undying pick comes out. Nerd LGD gaming. All right, wow.
And again, the team fight issue brings up again. LGD has way stronger team fight at the moment, and that's all Bounty Hunter's issue. He's really good at lane pressure, and yes, he gives your team gold, but if you don't win the team fights, then you got a problem, and Bounty Hunter does not make your team fight that much better. Your some Shurikens around at some point, it only does so much compared to a freaking tombstone.
And you have to deal with solar now. You're as a bounty hunter, you want to burn down, he gets a solar ball all of a sudden, and you're just, well, I guess I'm not getting that kill anymore. And as you mentioned, the tombstone very strong. What do you like the Undying pick in particular? I mean, you talked about the team fit, but just in general as a hero right now, do you think Undying is in a place or need a buff, or what do you think of Undying in general?
I think it's really honestly. You can do aggressive dual lane, you can do roaming with them. Decay spam is quite effective, especially if it's heroes like Axe actually lowers the threshold of Culling Blade. It's very you've got Timbersaw and Undying, 2 heroes that can lower strength by against strength. So that's pretty cool.
10 seconds remaining. 10 seconds.
Ursa's a good pick though. Very effective against Dying. It's good against Axe as well. Good against Timbersaw. It's good against all three. And it's actually the one way that I think that EHome Keen can outlane maybe. Since Ursa can just stack up resources. And especially once he grabs his ultimate, it doesn't matter too much if Timbersaw has amazing burst. If you use your rage perfectly or in a good situation, then it should allow you to get those kills. I still think Undying's great though. If it can keep the team in a place where EHome can't kill it, then it should win a 2D fight. But if the tomb does go down and Ursa has some pretty good initiations plus Slardar ulti on top of that, it's gonna shred right through the doors. So LGD has to be pretty careful here.
How do you feel about the Ursa getting Chakram, Lift, Deathlust? Do you think that's a real concern for Ursa right now? Or
not so much Chakram, no.
10 seconds remaining.
And the zombies can sometimes be an issue, but as soon as he gets on top of the tomb should die. It'll cost him an overpower, obviously, but it still means that that the Undying placement has to be good. Although they do have to worry about things like Cask, but that's another thing that Tombstone solves. If there's zombies, then they those tank some of those bounces and give them a lot of leverage against that heroes. That's another reason that Undying is such a good pick. But Ursa's really the one that does have to be effective, and like what you said, does he have to work the kiting? He kind of that reason because he is the right now. So unless we get another really strong core from EHome Keen here, maybe something like a PA could work. Looks very MVP Phoenix-esque. Really, but I think a PA could work. It's a little weak against Timber is the other issue because Timber's so tanky, and he also does tons of burst damage, which is another counter.
I mean, like PA to Timber's on the game, forget it.
And actually, like it's just not good this game. They need something like that. I think
you're not doing enough damage. I see what you're getting at. I completely agree with you. And EHome Keen 16 seconds left in reserve time to decide what they do want to grab as that last core, presumably their last
10
core.
seconds remaining.
LGD Gaming, they picked up a Rubik, they Axe and Undying.
5 seconds remaining.
As this bow, so I'll probably bring mid, so maybe a safe lane. They could also send Resolve. It's a Razor coming out for Keen, so interesting. You have, I don't know, how do you feel about Zach?
It's okay. Strong early, basically. It gives them a damage source. His ultimate does minus armor. He's also extremely fast, and LGD is lacking some disable. Not to mention he's ranged, so it can help kill the tomb quite easily. I think it's a pretty good pick. It's half damage from whatever carry or core she grabs, so kind of covered in a lot of ways. I think it's the right solution. Definitely something like Ursa, tons of damage, but I would say his survivability is moderate at best. Especially outside of his ultimate, he's usually just kited and killed. So having somebody tanky that can frontline a little bit better for Ursa, or Ursa weaves in and out of the team fights at the right moments, I think is a really good thing to match to what their draft does.
And they will go for the Mirana with their last pickup for maybe. Yeah, I was wondering if they were going to do that with that last pick because you put so much effort into maybe trying to counter the Timbersaw in the mid lane. You decide to put them elsewhere, and you have them in the mid lane.
Yeah, exactly. And they didn't necessarily want to go for a core because Razor's already there. So now it doesn't matter if he sats damage, and even if he does, Mirana can just leap away. So maybe he just picks up Ags and grabs something like an E-Blade afterwards, and now EHome Keen's on the back and they have to play around all of these issues. So I think the Mirana pick was really solid there, and the only thing that's going to be a question is can they match up Ursa against Timbersaw? If they can, then EHome Keen's pretty happy. Timber does definitely need farm, but there's so many strong cores on LG that it's going to be a little bit tough for them to match it correctly.
Are we going to see Miko lanes again?
10 seconds remaining.
Last game.
Possible. I don't know if it will completely be in the
5
Ursa.
seconds remaining.
Try to shut down the Timbersaw. I think more so they'd throw the Razor mid and against the Mirana and then just do what they can in the other lane. More about the lane supports, I think.
Yeah.
Prepare for
See how the game does progress. Again, the bounty up for EHome Keen. They want to get a lot done with this. Clearly, very comfortable with it. We are going to jump into potentially the last of the evening. Has it even been on the edge of elimination versus LGD, just one win away from moving on. This is let's go through the teams quickly as I look at the map.
We need points.
We do.
Does this give you company?
I honestly, Will, I think he's like, give you anything? I'm like, I
think it used to the last time they did this, but not Shanghai.
Maybe. It's like word.
I hate that maybe. Like, I like the tag maybe. It's kind of cool, but I hate how often we say it when playing.
Actually,
myself for it.
I
thought about it like 4 times last game because I kept bringing the word up.
30 seconds to battle.
Gotta get yourself. I'll actually say it's just okay. That's that.
Live my life with that word. Perhaps.
I'm just choosing it. Let's choose aim. Okay. No.
You don't want. Leave any choices.
He just kind of chose only at the end there. Awards placed down. The bounty hunter will get. I don't know if it's about. Shouldn't you have said maybe? Going after this static link. That would even hit that. Okay. He did it. There's what's coming in now. It looks like this group on first blood. They'll chase it. I see that hit with the ready, and with that stolen by the Razor. Get a great start for this Swordar. Did they get the rune too?
I mean, that was pretty ambitious level from LGD there. I mean, against the Witch Doctor who can stun 3 people, that's 3-second stun, and against the Sword who's twice, and against Razor, those are 3 super strong level.
It might have been okay had he was trying to go for a triple K, I believe. He hit nobody. No, it's unfortunate.
I don't even know if that was going to matter, honestly. It's
probably not.
It gives him weight, but doesn't stop stuns. So they're doing a slaughter mid against Bergen.
Okay.
And Ursa versus the Triling.
I kind of like Slaughter's pretty tanky. It's great, but maybe we'll get some.
He has really high armor, so this could work, definitely.
Alright,
People get up.
X. Doc, yeah, Furious Simmerton away. Aim is like, get out. Let's go bounce back as well. Hey, slowing the Rubik, of course, down and Max stop kill from happening. And up, but that Heroes for 3. Pretty dangerous.
Yeah, a couple decays and he'll be low, but it's terrible. Just one cast of Earth and a couple, and they get them that low. They'll some and jump in there.
They're gonna go for there's the tip chain. Get the damage. Victorious. And the kill. And it's a trade. Restoration on. One man obviously, and Aiden is good. Away. He's fine. One way. He's okay. He's gonna.
That was the thing work right there. Except for a support. He gets with them, at least. As long as you pull out, it's probably okay, but lane pressure continues. Okay. Behind here's what Mirana has. She goes for a bop. Interesting. And Bounty stole that bastard.
Bounty not really didn't know much. Dewey did a can room, which is for close at this point. Some nice little mana.
I think he's hoping for this would be perfect. Maybe it's quite behind less. At least the fact that he's getting behind him, he's top of the game, but he doesn't have his ball like Slaughter. I guess that's probably because Slaughter has 2 kills though.
Yeah, the first he walked away from that first fight, 150 gold for the bank. He's already ready to go.
He's just leaving. Oh, he had that.
It is up
waiting
2 hours.
That's safe.
Time. Look. Home.
They'll just look courier there until it's 3 minutes. They'll upgrade it and then
the safe play. The very safe play. He is just putting the pressure on me. Slithering Crush comes out. Well, top lane. The good which decided the QD. At 9 bot on the axe. The Razor taking a lot. I mean, but he's got the static going 91. There's the counter heal. But now, not getting a very fire. And
I'll play. He's right.
Kind of that was kind of like
below no.
That was kind of the action. What was he gonna do? I guess.
What's his call is on its right?
Yeah.
Like you just get me luck for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, he wanted
you for, but just hopefully.
Cast. I mean, nice. Once they still have ready to go. It's a very tanky and off as well. They're gonna rotate in Timber Cane. They want this under detection. They've got it done up, and they will at least find the kill. Even the taunt off, Circus call. So they more than enough to get the kill. They probably wanted more. But better.
Just knew that the lane was pretty much over against the Racer, so at some point they're gonna have to rotate the lanes. So he'll go back to the top lane now. Probably lane against Ursa. That's maybe not a lane he wants to be in either, really, but definitely better than against the relief farmed. Maybe almost got a kill on the starter mid as well, but the catapult ate the double starfall. It was very close.
Oof. Rough.
During the same time period. Both are doing pretty well, I would say.
There. Yes. The only difference being the 2 kills, which puts Slaughter a fair bit ahead of the Mirana, at least a couple hundred ahead of the Mirana in the middle lane. So the CS might be even, but Slaughter will finish up the strength.
Oh, Axe is actually still top, surprisingly.
He waited a long time on the free line too. Actually, that's the Rubik. Victoria.
I mean, nobody's... Okay, Undyne will go there. I think this is actually okay. Let him catch up in terms of levels. Like, he's probably not going to die anyways. He could always drop Tomb if things get really bad.
Top lane. Encroachment coming in from the Bounty Hunter and looking to make it go. They thought that a QD backs away then. The Dark Troll wanted to get involved. No one's near though.
They're getting really behind on levels now though. Rubik's still level 2.
This Axe is just not... He's just sitting in the tree line. Meanwhile, down bottom, they're just diving XC. He has to drop the Tombstone. That's way out of range. If these are going to come through, that one's going to take too long coming out from the Axe. By the time he gets there, Rubik's halfway across the jungle.
It's 100 gold of economic damage done. At least
Not to mention
Timbersaw was
freeze
going back
top.
to heal, so at least it doesn't cost him too much in his lane. But I think EHome is actually laning this much better right now.
Yeah.
Their pick really changed things a lot because all of a sudden they could use 2 of their lanes minimum for sub Razor.
Amp
Sort
damage.
of kind of hard to gank though.
Rotation from the Bounty Hunter. They get a Slithering Crush from She. He's going to go for the sprint. Leap is available, and he gets it off in time. That's a tough gank to hit. Nice arrow. No more leap, though. They're going to dive this tower. No teep available. They already used them bottom, and he's going to use Fairy Fire. The bash comes. Actually, their Soul Rip. He's going to use it. Obviously, too late for his hero on his team. Still left down bottom. Rolling Death comes into Timber Chain. There's going to be the taunt. Berserker's call. They have the Calling Blade. He's going to war. Timber Chain is up. They have to work for that kill. It's there.
So this is their new trial, I guess. The offlane Axe plus Timber plus the damage. They need lots of pure damage too.
They got a kill.
They might.
Yes. Wow. God, he died instantly.
The heal almost saved him. It was really close.
Yeah. Like no real healing coming out, unfortunately, from that Soul Rip. Axe will salve up. Back down bottom. Yeah, you were talking about experience. I feel like that's a big issue.
Yeah.
Even
Bounty's a little behind. He's level 3, but I feel like he's been enough kills where it doesn't really matter. 5 kills for him. 4 assists, 1 kill, that is.
Final will catch up later.
Really?
Yeah, he's doing pretty well. Get the track up as soon as possible. Until then, continue to find kills. Xe on this Undying, I don't know if him or the Rubik are really providing that much. Yeah, they did just that kill with Victoria down. But Xe, I don't know. He's really not done much. Level 1 Tombstone.
It was going pretty well before, but now the last couple of fights have just been really negative for them. And like almost everybody in LGD actually is just losing their lane by a bit and then rotating around to try to get a kill. So it's so reliant on these little ganks. If they get the gank off and they get the kills, then it's all going to be okay. But if they don't, it's going to get farther and farther behind. And then EHome will start taking Roche and other lane advantages.
Leap's going to come through. There's the Starstorm. Does he have the Enrage? He's not level 6. Not up. The cast is going to come too late. Meanwhile, the Deathblood, the zombies run. The arrow, not able to dodge it. They should have the damage to bring down not just 1, but 2. And they actually get a double kill for Xe. I spoke too soon.
And now they have insane levels. Line's actually almost level 5 now, despite being at 3 a moment ago.
That was a huge kill.
It changes everything once you get kills.
It's that one smoke into the lift coming out from the roof, and that's it. They're able to find that kill without any issues. Maybe rotated up top. I thought they were just going to switch lanes around, but they get 2 kills out of it. They also give the Axe level 6. He gets mid. He gets a little bit of farm going his way, and rotated down bottom. And all of a sudden, yeah, they're still a bit behind. EHome Keen at a 2,000 net worth advantage. It's now down to 1,000 after that gank top lane. Be careful with how they progress.
They're pressuring pretty well though. Woodchopper sitting on the bot lane. He has 6 here. Kill just about anybody that shows up. Timber's cutting a few too many trees, I dare say, but
that's a lot of trees. Roshan is done, by the way. QD is going to get level 7 off this. He had the amplified damage from Dota to help out. The trade will be the tier 1 tower top lane, the classic trade. But it is an Ursa grabbing an Aegis here at 8 minutes into the game.
Pretty good advantage for sure. If they can kill the tier 1 tower, then at least it'll give them a lot of map control in the jungle, especially with their Invis hero. It's definitely something EHome wants to do. Kill as many towers they can early, so every gank and fight is so important.
Yeah, I really want this Bounty Hunter to have level 6. Level 4, he's getting there, slowly but surely.
You can maybe kill Rubik if somebody rotates. Oh, Star's coming.
Super dangerous position for the Rubik, but he's going to get to the tier 2 tower in time, and unfortunately she does not have Blink Dagger. He's getting closer and closer, but he was able to get there in time. Alright, so do you, I suppose for LGD you just want to farm, want to fight into Aegis, maybe defend a tower or 2, but
I mean, there's just for now, I think they need to continue farming towards Ags on Mirana. Super important, because if he doesn't get a double Starstorm on somebody, his ability to contribute is weak anyways. Just for little ganks occasionally, like little arrows like these are kind of cool, but
yeah, she's a pretty long way away, so he was going to dodge us. It's a good attempt. Death Ward coming out mid. The Axe getting cast up. There's going to be some call so he can get that extra armor. Even with the amp, though, they miss the Slithering Crush, and he sits up. Not that it would have saved him. It's this Crush that actually keeps him alive.
I mean, almost a solo kill on an Axe. That would have been incredible, but 30 armor, 40 armor, pretty good.
That is a dead Bounty Hunter. He even had arrow. He didn't use it.
Maybe just like a leap. Storm.
Yep. No arrow needed to stop the TP.
Okay. Well, that's a huge one. Undying 6 out of it. Arcane money if he needs.
Here's a
LG keeps getting control.
EHome get that big item
only
though.
5. He's got Homo enough, so should get him really close.
Yes, he's got track now. And they also have the Blink Dagger on the Slardar. Actually, she had a haste rune. Mask of Madness done for the Ursa as well. So some items coming out for both sides and some abilities as well. I feel like this Rana is getting there. She's up to 1,700 gold. Not buying that point booster just yet. But you're right. She needs the Star Storm, Aghanim Scepter upgrade. Here we go. Aims to be split first. Will they go for him? Yes, absolutely. Damn, he's gonna go. He gets blown away. Yes, he does have level 1 reactive armor, but I don't really know how much that matters. He got destroyed.
I don't think Heal is reactive armor. I'm gonna say that
Yeah.
amp damage and Ursa jumping on him like that. They even push a lot earlier than their opponents can too, especially with Raider. Picking up a Sonic and looking like he's going SNY first.
It's, like you said, be that tanky, at least not necessarily frontliner, but somebody that can soak up a lot of this damage. TP's coming in though. Mask of Madness is going to go. Looks like they're going to Moonlight Shadow and try to go for this, but the scan comes out perfectly from the Dire team. Rap coming in on the side from Maybe, looking for an arrow. He might find it onto She, who just doesn't move. Chakram will go, but I don't know if they can really fight this. Positioning from EHome, bodyguard as he was disabled. They don't want to fight this war. LGD, they'll back away.
EHome's in such a good position right now just because Slardar wrecked his lane so bad, 3-0 and 2 with his blink. They want to take these fights, especially if they get track gold. They can just win a couple of engagements and keep the game about even. They'll keep getting Roche advantage. That should be able to end the game for them.
That arrow almost hit. They will get the lift off, however, and now this bounty hunter has realized his mistake. He's walked into a Sentry Lord. Great positioning. They'll try to bring down the Tombstone. They still have the Aegis Mine. Racer coming in, throwing out a casual plasma field. No further engagements coming out. It's just the bounty hunter dying and the Tombstone. Or more. The axe is going to get the call, but there's the Chakram. And we'll pop the Enrage and stay alive. But here comes the dunk. They'll get it off. Plasma field going through, but the Deathward doing a lot of damage. Maybe already using a Starstorm. He's out of mana. The Deathward is still going. And QD is just going to get dropped down twice in a row. And aim is not done. He's got Chakram in 3. Nice dodge from the Witch Doctor. The urn is up. They'll throw at least the cast. Any way of stopping this TP. Arrow just narrowly misses. He's able to TP out in time. The Witch Doctor staying alive.
It's a real good fight there from LGD, especially with the death wards. They used at the perfect guarantee Ursa's death. Just the fight, everything would have been so much different if Bounty Hunter was actually there. Like, no track gold on any of those kills. Shuriken damage. Does steal Shuriken. Was hoping to get tracked.
You want to track. Still a pretty good spell to steal. That's
the glory steal. Except it's like super range. Might as well be dead. Here, please kill me. But I'm gonna hit you with nuke in the meantime.
I'm gonna track you. I'm gonna shuriken toss you. Now you can kill me. Anyway. Well, they killed the Ursa twice. It was with the Aegis, obviously. He's up to 1,800 gold. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Blink Dagger come out from him next. Level 9 at this point. That, I think, puts him a little far back. And maybe almost at his Aghanim Scepter, which is very important.
It was kind of the perfect initiation, really, for what LGD wanted. They jumped on one of the tankiest heroes LGD had. He used his Berserker's Call to get 40 armor, and then Timbersaw was able to do a full pure damage combo on the 2 dealers of EHome. It was really ideal.
Yeah. I thought that the axe was just going to die there, but as soon as he got the call off, like you said, they're able to come down and combo it up. His Blink Dagger is 50 gold away. We're starting to get back into this. Again, there was at one point an almost 3,000 net worth lead going the way of EHome, and now it's back even, essentially. It's going a bit in favor of LG, but not by much.
I mean, it's not even farming that well. Even the Raider, he's only got 62 left to take the game. Partly because of his item, he hasn't picked up something like Treads or Phase, which would increase his attack speed or his farm speed. Instead, the fast S and Y most likely into BOTs afterwards, what I'm expecting here. They're running the map and the things went well for EHome, but now they're getting worse. They're getting outfarmed, and I feel like it's going to be like that for the rest of the game.
Feels like EHome just, in almost every game I've seen of the 4 games they've played tonight, they have a pretty good laning phase that just evolves into mistakes or just getting outplayed by LGD. Not to say that that's what is happening this game. It's too early to call at this point.
They did smoke under
on
a ward, at least.
Yeah.
EHome definitely saw it here.
We'll go for the wrap, but you can see the positioning already from the Witch Doctor as well as the Razor. Not only are they not going behind that tier 1 tower, they are just high-tailing it to bottom. Top lane
Radiant's
also
top
getting
tower
snuffed out.
has looked better.
And that's the one that's actually not farming that much is Slaughter. Like, he had an amazing laning stage. Is Ursa
UD,
dead?
he blinks away. He's able to get out in time. He blinked to the south. Dust is going to go. Arrow will go through. They need the lift. They get in time. Not the hero they wanted, but it's a hero they'll get. Actually, don't have detection. The Dust was off the mark. The Dust will have to go again. And he will end up falling. The calling here at this time with the Starstorm on top for Mate.
I'm sure he's a little good at that one. If he just would have invis before he TP'd, then he not have been.
Radiant's middle tower
Would at
needs
least
some
force
help.
him dust and then lift. Might have gotten out, but at least it cost him 90 or 180 kill him. Right?
Yes. They were so close to getting that Ursa. They dodged a bullet. He was able to blink out fast fingers. Anyway, they'll put pressure on the tier 1 tower mid. The Razor will front bottom. And you talked about falling behind and farm, and it's only going to get worse. The Persaw's going to have a Bloodstone soon, so we can just continue to push waves out. And then the Starstorm, the Aghanim Scepter from the Mirana as well.
Yeah, and that's the issue that EHome really has to worry about. I mean, at some point, Razor can be very effective at farming just because he gets so much movement speed from SNY BOTs. From camp to camp, very similar to how an AM does it, but will need a full farming item that does AoE. So I just don't see them out farming some of those heroes. That said, they have more difficult Ursa plus Razor. It's something that's very static, or at least it can be different enough in terms of what items you buy. It can match up better against LGD maybe, whereas you know exactly what Intercell's going to do. You just buy BKBs basically, you try to kill his team before he kills your supports, and then, you know, maybe the game.
BKBs are pretty easy in this game for EHome. Blink call, and this Razor might be in trouble. Death Ward gonna go. Might be stolen, no. Doesn't look like it. Not from Victoria. He already used it for the field. They'll bring it back with the lift. With the cast coming in, the it's not enough. Plasma field, the arrow misses. Leap coming in, not there in time on cooldown. On the other side of the map, the ball gets dropped down. Axe comes in for another call. He actually stood on the Witch Doctor. They still can't find the kill on the Razor. He gets the chop down. He needs one more counter healer proc. It's not going to be enough. On the other side, they're turning it around. She comes in. They found 3. They're about to find 4. The lift will save him momentarily. They've stolen track, but he will lose it literally a second afterwards. They miss the Slithering Crush. They won't get all 5, but EHome are fighting back. 4-man takedown for EHome Key.
Dude, they used all of their resources trying to grab Razor, and they just couldn't pick him off. Just not enough damage. And because of that, everybody on the backline just gets picked up one by one.
There's a lot of gold going away of EHome Key, and they will not only get all of that from the 4 heroes they took down, but they get the tier 1 tower. And they'll back up together as a team. They could maybe think about how shit it's up. It's not up, though.
Bounty's 800 gold past his earn. Arcane boots. Ursa now got 1,000 into his act. His point booster very soon will pick that up. And then the one disable that LGD actually does have is just going to be countered. Whether or not it's the Mirano or the Rubik Lift, just press ulti. Bye. One of the best abilities, or one of the best times to be playing Ursa is when they do have very weak disables, like a few of them.
Well, they're going to find somebody here. Dust is going to go perfectly timed. That poor bounty hunter didn't know what was coming. They even used the scan. They know QD is up there, but they won't be able to find it. This was right before Roche respawned, but it's still a couple of seconds away, so you can't just go immediately into the pit and take it.
Well, I mean, EHome probably can at least.
Yeah, EHome can if they want to.
They did get the ward up, though. That's going to help a lot. At least they'll see when they're moving in the area.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last.
They know they're in there. This is the max Roche respawn, by the way. We'll try to contest this. Or think about it anyway.
Alright, well, one team knows that Roche is in there, at least.
And there goes that what you were just talking about. See you later.
Yeah, you can't leave that one up there after they've been. Maybe they smoke and go around and fight. 4 staff now in Slaughter as well, so weaving in and out of the fight should be better. And they're going for 5 on this.
Yeah, it's time for EHome. They want this Roche. Maybe is going to be up front. He'll back to the high ground to the jungle. Timbersaw is not there. He went back home. He finished off Bloodstone. This is his staff 3. Roots of speed. EHome's coming in. Blink is ready for Slardar. Invis up on Victoria. Lift, he actually gets the double send off. Call the counter initiative, but they've lost all their damage from Murata. Still, is it going to be enough? Here comes the Timber Chain Chakram. AIM is trying to do this on his own, but they've already lost 3. AIM will do some nice damage. XP go. So they're going to bring down the Undying's Tombstone. AIM will at least get 2 out of it. But it's going to be a double kill for the Razor as he takes Tombstone. He's just speed on out with his Y. AIM's reluctantly heading back to the base. A great fight again for EHome Keen. Starting off with Slardar's slithering pressure on the 2.
Especially the Murana is the big thing. You know, Murana wants to stay alive for a couple engagements of Starstorm, but he died right at the start. That's most of the damage of LGD. And obviously Timber did a lot, but he can't do everything by himself.
Ooh, AIM. He's trying to contest this. His team's back up. All of them in just about 5 seconds, but with an Ursa, it's just too easy. AIM forced to back away. They give the Aegis again to the Ursa. Roshan down once more.
And again, track gold for 4 kills. Like, it's just adding up more and more, and EHome continues to get an advantage. Ursa's Ags should be finished. Razor's going to be beat after SNY, skipping Dragon. This game, no BODs until later. And then the damage stops to be a problem. It's basically just Axe spin at this point.
Yeah. Pops his beat. This is going to be a tough
call play now. Could be dangerous too, but they're sitting really good right now. That's 2 Roshes under their belt. My challenge count is sitting bad, but
I'm not looking good.
I picked 0 to 2 because I thought EHome Keen would get stomped again, but
I'm not looking good.
They're owning, dude. 8 minutes, they killed the person. I was like, that's not good. Not good for my challenges.
Someone better help Dyer's middle tower.
Something else.
Prize is mine.
All 4 on the last game, but I just want to
Are you serious? Okay.
I'm so good.
I'm real impressed. Also having major armor problems on the Radiant team. Looks like Undying's going for a mech, maybe?
Yeah. He's got the Bucks player, at least he's got his Urn as well. A couple wards drop down for Victoria just to make sure they can keep their range attack safe. But now EHome are starting to, this is like the first time I've seen them dictate the pace, besides that like maybe 10-minute period in that last game. They're finally starting to find map control wards. They're getting the lanes pressured out for the most part. And like you talked about, the most important thing is the BKBs are coming. They have the one for the Razor, I believe, flying out now. They should be getting one for the Ursa, I would imagine. He actually has an Aghanim Scepter coming up and really needs it.
I don't think he needs it either. Even if like the had an E-Blade right now, you could jump on him, he just turns his, so he takes no damage. I mean, maybe if they stay on the fight and they keep having blows on him, it's scary, but I think he's okay.
They really need to find a way to pick somebody off here for LGD, and it's not looking likely. Everybody playing as 5 here for EHome. Their positioning's looking solid.
I mean, they had some potential when Ursa was mid, but he's just so hard for them to kill.
We might see a fight break out. That ward will scout out the Bounty Hunter walking through. He'll drop the sentry down. Moonlight Shadow will go. Smoke is up, call, but it's only on to 1. Meanwhile, counter escape. Still, the Bounty Hunter's in trouble. They'll take him down, but not before the Ursa comes in and chops down that axe almost instantly. It's too much damage. And get the arrow off. They will get the kill on the Witch Doctor coming in. Buyback coming in from the Bounty Hunter wants to be involved in this fight. She actually has to back away. Lift coming out. They found the Razor. A lot of damage. He's going to get Starstorm down. He's still alive. Leap forward. They need more damage. It's not there. The Urn charge, a couple more right clicks. They will finally find that kill. It's a big one coming up for maybe. Ursa still has the Aegis, at least he should. He's going right back in one sexy. Great arrow, but he enrages it off almost instantly. He might lose his Aegis here. He will. Starstorm is back up. AIM is here and ready to go. Get buyback on that Bounty Hunter. No enrage for another 14 seconds. He's pretty speedy. He's got Blink back in 1. Tower hits coming in. They won't have enough to be blinking out. We'll cover the retreat with Bounty Hunter as he walks into the Chakram Roaring Depths. I think was blind. He's kind of awesome.
That was pretty cool, actually. It's like, where the hell is the sentry? It was a really good fight. LGD finally does get some important kills, so the Razor going down is huge. Maybe if a bit more happened. KB, man, that's life.
Yeah, that's
needed some fights. The fight started decently as well. It was a blink call onto the Bounty Hunter, but it was just Axe trading his life.
That was a full 10-second BKB duration. They killed him after it. Mid.
Yeah.
Ooh, Shuriken, cast, bounce, death ward. So the range flush does have his Ghost Scepter on, and he has no leap, and maybe has bit off more than he could chew. That was too much.
So if they get to finish up the tier 2 pressure now. That did for 47. There's no way you back for this. I don't think it's worth it unless you have a great engagement opportunity.
We're gonna have to find a great call from the Sacks. And it's not looking likely. It looks like they're just gonna let this tier 2 tower go. It's available if they want it, but hey, we'll get the tier 2 tower top lane at the very least. And someone's gonna come up here and split pushes. You'll step done. 19 Bloodstone charges, by the way. Aim's currently having a solid game. More than solid, I'd say.
Yeah, that's a lot of mana for sure. And once he grabs another armor item or two, I don't know if I'll go for a Lotus Orb with him. Actually, he kind of has to because of the Slaughter ulti, actually. It's so important that you remove that. I guess Yule's does that job a bit. Maybe he could go something like Shiva's. Armor items, more damage, maybe even like an Axe would be pretty nice, but he just has to do what he can in terms of damage until the BKBs run out and then actually start killing the important ones. And do his best to keep his supports alive.
I don't know about for the Timbersaw, but I just mean in general, Ghost Scepters, obviously the Ethereal Blade for the Mirana, but Ghost Scepters in general for the Radiant team would be good.
They got the nukes, but really it is all physical damage and right click, so I agree.
Smoke coming out from LGD. Let's see if they can get more going with this. EHome's positioning is they're behind that tier 1 tower. But the wrap is coming in from the opposite side. We'll go all the way around. They'll see QD. How much are they willing to commit to this? It looks like they're not heading in that direction at all. The scan will go through. They know there are heroes behind that tier 1 tower, but they'll focus on just taking down the tier 1 mid. Which, there's a glyph up. They'll use it. Contention? Is it going to come out? Slaughter, I thought about jumping. And they have a blink dagger. They know exactly where he is. He's going to miss the blink stun. Won't be there in time. And they will take this tier 1 tower down. Just back away together.
I was real scared for Rubik there. There was a high chance he died if he got disabled, so Bounty scouting that out. They're predicting the ward being on the cliff. They'll continue farming, and the Radiant team will start pushing on top instead. Just moving as a group, though. They know that if they spread out too much against BKBs especially, that they're not going to win a fight. It's got to be some split items they need. That way they stop being vulnerable to all this physical damage amp from Slaughter ulti. Once they do get those armor pieces up, then everything changes.
So that's what you're waiting for then, is just the armor for Timbersaw more than likely.
Yeah, those kind of wings or those kinds of exploitations against minus armor strats are amazing. Like minus armor's godly from like 10 minutes to 30 or 40 minutes, but as soon as you start buying items like armor items, it just offsets everything, because it's not like EHome can continue to buy minus armor abilities and items that it's going to offset it. It's not like they're going to buy Medallion and Deso and AC super rapidly. Oh, this could be so good. Oh, man.
Look at that. Jump in initiation onto 2. Ghost Scepter coming out from aim. No buyback from the Mirana. This thing Axe is in trouble now. Force, 3, crush. Scepter shielding out. His Ghost Scepter is done. The mech will keep him left for a moment. K-God. QD getting a lot of damage there. He'll be able to back up. He's using, gets a Glimmer Cape for good measure, but that's really big. They are down for 38 seconds. No buybacks whatsoever. It is available. They do have a glyph.
They just keep getting Mirana killed at the start of the fights every time. It just does so much. That's their damage. Timbersaw has damage, but Mirana's really the damage dealer.
I mean, what can she do to survive something like that? If she just gets jumped on with a stun. Yeah, I mean, that's like, she's just gonna die if that happens.
Typical item build she's going, she's not even that survivable against physical, so I guess it'd have to be Ghost Scepter, pop it at the right time.
If she gets blink stun, it's just over for her. That's what happens. So she does fall again. They finally respawn to no damage done structurally to the tier 3 tower. And get further and further ahead. EHome looking to even this series up. And they're going to find her again. The stun comes out. We just talked about this. It for 61 more seconds, and that into another outer tower. Last of the game.
They're just pressuring it so well. Consistently killing him. I mean, he's just leaving the base, but they're spotting it every time.
This is like the anti-mage last game, to a certain extent.
And a lot of this comes down to the fact that Slaughter just absolutely owned the laning stage, and even if his farm isn't that high, he's always in the right place and ready to set up those games. And it just constantly gives EHome this advantage that they can use to try to pressure buildings and get map control.
I expect EHome K to back up. They can push out the creep wave. They can head to Roche. You try to push into the high ground. I'm not sure they will. The Mirana back up in 18 seconds. They probably want to pick. Game's not going out any further than he needs to.
All they have to do is wait until maybe he leaves the base and then kill him.
And then kill him again.
And then they go high ground.
He might very well do that. He's going to respawn and then like go bottom or something. They just find him and kill him. I really like the draft from LGD, but EHome have played this nicely. They've done a very good job, as you've talked about. Everything
just the repeated team fights have been huge. I mean, it all came back to that team fight in the Radiant jungle. That went worse for them, or if LGD didn't get jumped first, then the whole game changes. Could be completely flopped right now.
Fire scan. They know exactly where the squad is of LGD. And how willing are you to die for this? EHome Keen, they use the scan. Obviously, they're not going to dive the tier 3 tower. They really are just waiting for someone like that Mirana to walk out again. LGD make the decision to smoke and head towards the bottom lane. There's not a soul in sight to be found in this bottom lane. But they can head to Roche. There is a Roshan available. This is a sneaky maneuver. The Radiant will use a scan, making sure they're not running into the opposing team at the crossroads.
I mean, it's a policy. Why isn't all so pressured? I feel like the smoke should have.
Are they going to wrap on this? Oh, they're wrapping on this. This could be huge. Or this could go horribly wrong. They have the cutter out front. They found the bounty hunter. Call will, I think, miss. They do blow him away. Now they want to fight this. They do get off the tombstone. It's just range coming out for that witch doctor. Jules will come out to She. He'll be able to force himself away. Plasma Cube there. Aim looking to jump in. Slithering pressure. They found that Timbersaw, but there's the call. On to 2. Can they get She? He's low. The Culling Blade brings him down. They do have that static link up from the Razor looking for XZ, but not enough. They've lost 3. BKB blink away. Can they chase any further? They've got the blink dagger up for the Mirana. She's close. Arrow, is it going to hit? He sidesteps it nicely. UD is able to get out and another blink dagger in 2 seconds, and it looks like he'll be able to get out. Nick forward, and maybe has no more arrow for another 7 seconds. Oh, they found him with the Eul Sifter, but he rages. Stars comes out. Blink still on cooldown, popping the Mask of Madness. Chakram there in 3 seconds. They need another arrow. It's up and ready to go. He dodges it. The Chakram comes through, slows him down. Arrow almost walked into it. This is the Betty Hill stuff. He's trying to survive. He's so low. He finally will turn his enrage on. They're trying to kite him, but there's the Culling Blade. They give it to the axe. On the upper side, yes, the Razor, as well as the Bounty Hunter, and killing the Undying, but they get the Ursa. That took a while, but that is a much-needed kill for LGD.
Those really great across the board. As maybe gets his E as well, or changes to just he can start looking people just before he can't touch that. Yeah. Bounty is green, and Witch Doctor having a Glimmer Cape, it's still pretty tough. He missed a pretty big window, especially or at this point, like he actually can't.
Yeah.
So, all this advantage that maybe could have taken out of control, just gonna be typical mid.
Also a BKB, which he just used for the first time last week, so I should say, has just picked up a BKB and used it. The Razors is getting down to 8 seconds, so still fairly lengthy BKB timing. Not quite at that position. It's like, oh, we have a 5-second BKB timer. We're in trouble. Not there yet, obviously.
It will the diesel sound. It's very good for disable, obviously, especially if you set link somebody. Make sure they can get away. Will disable all this damage for, and I think ideal case. Then you complete your magic nukes.
That would be nice. Mirana right now doing okay right click. The Ethereal Blade will help. Still sitting on phase. Blink Ethereal Blade's flying out now in Aghanim Scepter. Tier 1 tower still standing in this bottom lane. Glimmer Cape walks up. Aim going to get hit up by a cast, but at least the creep wave will. They really look at this Tier 1 tower. Do not blink them. You should be able to hit it. And Roche is also a factor as well. We're sitting right under this tower. TPs are coming in. They'll see. Oh, get on it. Yes, it does. Chakram, they'll blow away T. Now GD is trying to fight as best as he can. Here comes Razor coming in with his BKB. XD force himself up. Gold. He'll stay alive. The other side of the fight, they're looking for Xing Qing. He's going to get cut. Still low, but now they get the lift off. Here's the Starstorm. He's not dead yet. He will finally fall. Attacks coming in from everybody, the Axis included. They have one for the Ursa. The Razor's trying to get out. They're looking for that arrow. It's going to find a target. Will not. Timber Chase back it. The Razor just getting out at this point. The Bounty Hunter will not be so lucky. Aim still chasing with another Timber Chain at the ready, but he will not go any further. They will take the tier 1 tower. 5 packs of plenty. 1 used for the Slaughter and 1 for Dax.
That axe call on 2 heroes is just amazing. The Rage and the Ursa did come on time, but are they gonna get Rubik here? He's got sprint. He's real fast.
They're thinking about it. They're like, I don't want to get Ethereal Bladed and Starstormed. That's not fun. They don't have BKBs for the Razor.
Maybe Razor wants, because then he could reflect a bunch of damage with Unstable Current, but maybe the only way it would be okay.
Yeah, they deward that immediately. That was what lost them the fun ward on the pit. The was.
So should getting the axe chop off as well, that movement speed advantage they got. Ooh. Can't run, can't fight as well.
And they just blew away that Slardar. He's trying to build a BKB of his own. He had a really good start. Starting to slow down a little bit. The track gold is not flowing in as well, and they're getting a couple of kills from there. This game is still, right now, hanging in the balance. It is a 4,000 network lead after 1 point being a 10,000 advantage for EHome. It looked like they were looking good. Arrow's going to come in, it'll hit. Not Roche, it'll die. Timber Chain is up, not successful. The cheese is on the ground, will be picked up after. So they have now an Aegis advantage. I want to fight anyway. Beauty's been stuck in the pit of Starstorm. There's the Eagle Scepter. Not the best time for it. Now the stun is up onto Aim. He does pop the Ghost Scepter. They're going to get away from that static link. BKB goes for the Razor. They're not really trying to find a target. They're just backing away. EHome Kinar. They just don't want to fight this now that they've got that Aegis as well as Cheese. And they won't lose anything out of this.
Fight could have been so good though. The Yules that came on the Ursa just stopped Arrow from landing. A super miscommunication there from both teams.
More than likely Aims. It's their saws. Eagle Scepter.
I think it's fair to blame him considering he does have Yules.
Yes. I think he's the only one. He is. Okay.
Yeah, that one was on him.
Got him.
He did get close dying though, so I don't know. You do panic things about losing your team the game.
Yeah, he was in some trouble.
So they pushed out the lanes once again. The Roche being down, now they can maybe just focus on enemy team movement for now.
This game is super back and forth. 25-27. It's all over the place. More Ethereal Blades coming out. Ooh. This game goes late enough. This is going to be dangerous for EHome Keen.
I actually really like this just here because, I mean, Timbersaw probably going to buy it in the first place. His strength gain is decent. Actually, it's awful. 1.8. My god, that's a bad stat. But he can use it to split one of his asses. Not to mention, he can also use it to guarantee a setup for his double chakram. Just because of the movement speed slow that it provides. Just E-Blade somebody, double chakram, and you're going to get close to killing them anyways.
I'm a big fan. And that's like, you see that a lot when you get the game with an...
And also, if he wants to buy Dagon less item too, it makes his Dagon extremely good. It's one of the,
there's
like,
some burst potential here for these heroes.
Just a bit.
Still there. The BKBs are at a pretty high level at this point. Still 7 seconds for the Ursa. The Razor, I think, is down to 6. Yep. Maybe not. Maybe not super high. I thought this was a little bit higher for the Razor and the Ursa. We're getting to that point.
It's fine. They're fast. Just run to dodge the outcomes or something.
We're getting to that point, Purge. I felt like EHome Keen had this game not in the bag, but they were looking very solid, you know?
Yeah, it was looking really good for them, but it's like how the early fights unfold. You never know how it'll end up. Kill on the mid lane, actually. With Trucker going down.
Yeah, he got arrowed, and then he lived across the river to get the kill with an Ethereal Blade. He lived pretty long, to be fair, for that Witch Doctor. Not long enough, however. That BKB is pretty important. As long as it isn't called, like he has been in the last couple of fights, and he gets his BKB off. It's that initiation. That's what it comes down to every time for both teams.
Ooh, almost an arrow there on Ursa. I mean, that's how every fight went well. It was always Starter jumping in, stunning 2 heroes. That's a 1 team fight for EHome. If it's the opposite, they're going to die.
Yeah. We've hit the stalemate, the stagnant point of the game. 40 minutes in, the net worth continues to climb in favor of LGD. Still right now on the EHome side, but not long if use this trend. Experience-wise is even completely. Items coming out, I think we've talked about just about everything. There's a gem on Victoria. He's had that for a while. A VIP booster casually on the Razor. I don't know if you mentioned that.
I did not. And EHome needs to fight. They're going to get farmed. LGD has like 4 heroes that can farm creep waves decently. Maybe not Undying, but every engagement is huge. And they've got Bounty Track as well.
They're going to try to fight. And they'll put wards down. Radiant scan off the mark. It's close. That Radiant scan was close to hitting. Radiant are a little split up. They've got 2 heroes. QD has been spotted by an Observer Ward. He does have Aegis. Chakram will go. Slow him down. He can blink in 3 seconds. Maybe a little bit of bait coming out. Positioning-wise. They're kind of far away from this Ursa.
I don't think this is about bait. This is about him wanting to collect gold.
Yeah, give me that money. Give me those ancients.
We haven't fought in like 3 minutes. Time to actually fight for the first time in this game.
This is like really awkward. Who's doing
Sometimes
what,
you
right?
gotta prioritize it, you know?
He needs the gold. He's not 6 slotted yet.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Get in
Yeah.
there.
Things will well do. Because the engagement's so important, they just have to wait.
Yeah, for LGD, they just got the just think. Not go for a fight. Yeah. We'll be waiting a couple more minutes. There's still a chance EHome still can try to find something. They have another smoke
I
on
mean,
that?
either team is basically just waiting until they know for sure, and then they go for kills. But you don't always know. Like, some of it is prediction. You might see a couple of push mid, or you see Razor bottom soon. The ports are there. Whereas on EHome side, they see that Timbercell's pushing top, but they know they can't deal with him very well. So now they have to go top and defend against that push. Timber can start getting tower damage. Just this weird balance of stuff where LG doesn't want to fight yet, so they will push out lanes like this.
Tug of war. Continues on. And uh-oh. He's a little far out. They have vision. They know exactly where he is. Axe will cover his retreat. EHome decide not to pull the tree because they are missing the Razor. Full fight would have broken out.
He got it really fast too. Like as soon as he finished top, he instantly teleported bottom, ran straight to the wing, killed it. EHome was not expecting that, so therefore this push works for him.
I don't know when this happens. Timbersaw is like on top of the network chart now by a fair margin. Oh,
That's Simmer.
Giru, Moonlight Shadow's going to go. Vision-wise, they have sentries. They're going to see maybe throw the arrow out. They will see that coming from a mile away. They will dodge it. And they will get back to farming. Give me the gold.
Good. More collection.
Wait, we might have a couple more minutes. How long do we have on this Aegis? Going soon, like a minute.
I mean, the rating team actually isn't that really. Like, Timber's on the top and Marana's catching, but
The net worth is even. Like, as close to even as you can get at this point in the game. That is a sight for aim. Smoke up.
cool choice. Very good against heroes like Versailles.
They have found the bounty hunter, I believe, or not. I thought they spotted the gem of true sight. I think it was just around tree line. Arrow, all right, she's gonna get hit up. They'll glimmer cape him. No aggressive plays from Maybe. Decided against it. They'll back together as a team. A lot of poking and prodding. Footsies being played. No actual dance happening. As I say that, it might happen right now. Aim's just walking. He doesn't care. He's got an observer ward up there. He can see everything. And they'll just counter it.
Well, the counter battle.
Yeah. This is like
The dead war, dude.
This is like they're just running at each other, but they're not.
And they're all in the
being
same
cautious.
What the heck?
It's getting ridiculous.
They just don't even leave the base now. They're like, well, we'll just wait until you eventually get here. Top lane's put out decent. All right. Leave the base and open up the possibility when you're
Right.
in the mid farm.
Speaking of losing, there's 2 buybacks in the game. It is your Marana and Ursa, with nothing else really that close except maybe the bounty hunter, and that's not even that close. They finally will leave the base though. Aegis is gone now, as you can see. Roche gonna respawn pretty quickly. About a medium length respawn, 2 minutes, 1 minute 40 seconds left on that. They will push into the mid lane tier tower. 2 outer towers left for the Dire team, whereas there's none left for the Radiant team. The Dire have made their base in the jungle. The Radiant team are making their home around the 2-3 tower mid lane.
And the fact that they were able to get away here without getting spotted by was pretty good.
That is a good scan.
They do see Timber, but
That's a good scan. That is a really good Radiant scan. They try to fight this. The arrow will actually hit Witch Doctor. Moonlight Shadow, they're going to make it go on this. The Razor is very tanky. He's just picked up on the target, by the way. He's not the target you want to go on, it looks like, and they know it. They will find the Bounty Hunter. They will throw up. That Witch Doctor is not dead yet anymore. Top BKB, they get the call up onto him. Let's try to cut him as best as possible. Right now, one dead is just the Witch Doctor. Still, KBs are going. She's got his right now an aim below half AP. He's kind of alone on this side of the fight. The Chakram's going through. They're getting kited pretty well. The axe will finally fall. Maybe jumping in. They want his kill on the earth, but they'll find it. Maybe we'll find a kill, but now he gets done up with the 3. The Hex will come out, and the Eul's have to get the fine sheet. They'll fall. The Razor's sitting low as well. And
no way.
He's on aim to keep himself alive. Everything through. He might fall. He'll respawn pretty damn quickly. 8 seconds. And he's got boots of kill as well. Being to that mid lane or bottom lane if you want to. Well, maybe he's haste rune. He's pretty low. They're going to wait to try to go back in. They thought about going on the Bounty Hunter. Do they still have the gem on the Radiant side? They do. Undying has it. Whew, what a fight.
super back and forth as well. Like, both teams a lot of value out of their heroes, but just not quite able to finish off this. Timbersaw way more value consistently than he should have been able to, but LGD just doesn't have the disable. Is getting chain initiated.
Yeah, he's got to be careful in all of these games. Razor looking for that bounty hunter probably. The gem on the deck, they picked it up. The Doctor bring it. It looks like the Doctor are not getting this gem. This be taken by someone. He's got two of them.
I didn't see him that close to the gem on the ground. But whatever, man. Magical 40 and
he's got a lot
gem.
of range. Undying's actually a pretty good range when it's picking up gems for some reason. Or something.
Okay, I'll believe that, yeah. I like the Solar Crest pick of elevation for whoever I need. Solid armor issue that Slardar provides.
Razor has a refresh orb. BK elongated.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's gone that build.
Double Eye of the Storm. BKB.
Well, I kind of like it against Timber, really. It should allow him to some extreme minus armor, possibly even kill him.
I feel like they're still kiting these heroes pretty effectively. They're going to find X up. If he can't get it off, it's a problem, but he has a lot of HP. He should still be okay. They do not have the Undying. He's walking back. The Dust will go. I believe that was EHome Dust. Not successful in finding anything. Moonlight Shadow is still up. Arrow's going to sail through. Not connecting on anybody, just a creep instead. James Moonlight Shadow is up, and he's on the wrong side of the river. Slithering Crush, he yields himself at the perfect time. Can he get out? The call coming through onto 2, but there's the death coming out as well. Still no damage. Jules will come out with the axe on himself to keep himself alive. He's going to be the Slithering Crush. Doing some nice damage, but still alive. They brought down the Bounty Hunter, and here comes Ying. They actually get the axe coming in as well. They will bring him to the Earth will fall. The BKB going for a second time. The Razor has 166 damage stolen. Is it enough? Again, getting kited. Maybe on the upside of the map, the BKB TP will come out. He will be successful in escaping, but unfortunately, the Slardar will not. And EHome, they're just losing fight after fight here. 2 big fights in a row. The first one is definitely a victory for LGD.
Yeah, it all started with a great Yule's reaction there by Timbersaw to stop the disable. And it bought them enough time to keep him alive. He just hasn't been killable really from what EHome has. And can't really say the same thing on the other side. LGD has the damage and the disables they need to burst and win team fights. Body alone has just been getting blown up every single. That guy, like,
they're using the Glimmer Cape on. They're using Glimmer Cape on other heroes usually. They don't want to have to use them on the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, it can be useful. His HP is just so low, I don't think it matters.
He just dies instantly anyway. One Ethereal Blade, 1 Starstone proc is more than enough to get a kill.
So it looks like Roche is finally going to go back to the other side.
This is a big victory for LGD, and they've got it all going on right now. They have a refresher down on the Razor. BKB is at 6 seconds for the Ursa, and they're going to fight now, looking for BKB pop, and they'll find it on the Razor. So that's down to 51 seconds. That's scary.
I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter too much. His refresh is on cooldown. It'll be up faster than it's down. Does that make sense? Faster than it's down.
I get what you're saying, kind of. I think
it sounds like something that should make sense, but I don't think it makes sense. But let's do my next good to travel level 2.
Dire's bottom tower is falling.
I don't know if I'm cool with this Yules anymore. I feel like Dagon 5 was just an obvious item that you grab here if you happen to roll into E-Blade on a Timber Saw. It's like, why not buy it?
He used that Flaring Crush, which was nice. I don't know if that's like he might have lived full anyway.
What if instead he just double dagoned him with an E-Blade?
I mean, yeah, then that's also your problem.
Dead heroes are arguably better than.
Yeah, but what if he BKBs?
I don't know what to say.
I got you there. All right.
Dude, he's farming so fast. Moving across the map.
Yeah.
It's like triple waste stacks and stuff.
A very impressive Timbersaw performance, man. They got some good Timbersaw players on this team. 9,
I mean, it
3,
just
and
opens
15.
up the maps for LGD. Like they're actually all just farming right now.
It's funny how this has changed dramatically since like
Yeah.
30 minutes of the
3
game.
minutes or something. 20 minutes.
Like only a couple minutes ago, LGD were back in their base, and now they're the ones moving out, pushing EHome back into the dire side of the map. They'll Moonlight Shadow again. LGD make their decision on movement. Just far out enough. EHome are in a position with chance. And they will see that the Ursa is. They'll go ahead and make a move. TP in the Timbersaw. The arrow not going to connect. For change forward, but it looks like EHome able to back. He will come out. He can get the BKB off. What the heck? He's going to top the BKB. She's going to come in. He'll find the Undying. That's the target he wanted. Call the 2 again. Great follow-up. BKB is still there. Razor comes in and blows away the Undying. Can they do enough damage? The Dagon comes out. The Razor pops the BKB finally. The right click from Maybe might be enough. Taco will come through the clip. He refreshes, but it's not in time. Down for 90 seconds. Meanwhile, Victoria getting chopped down, but aim stuff. Yet another kill. He's going in a double kill. Before stunned up now. Huge DH trouble as well. No more BKB. Maybe able to play. We'll lift up from Victoria. The Ethereal Blade, but he does get off the range and top. Raises back. He's bought back. He's up and again. He should still have his BKB after refresh, and he does. Now the Ursa comes. He finally brings down Victoria, but there's the Dagon. Boom. Maybe he's godlike. And they got another Hex on Razor, still with that BKB in tow. Finally pops it. It's a 5-second BKB charge. Can he bring down aim in time? Timber chains across, and they just can't find these 2 heroes. Or 2 slippery. Maybe he's already leaped away. He's pretty fast. That moves the speed buff. And now the bounty hunter might be next. Walked through a sentry, but is able to get out and slip away himself. And again, another crucial team fight, including that Razor.
I mean, there's 8,000 people that actually play in this game, and that is maybe on the Marana. They just keep weaving this down. It's working out fantastic. I've levels attack as well on E-Blade here too.
He's like
be like a hood on Bounty Hunter or something like that. I think it would change everything.
I'll keep him alive. Come on now, this Bounty Hunter needs help. Give him something. You talked about maybe weaving in and out. Not really anymore. He got caught a couple times in the mid game, but he's got really good positioning.
Fuels sure helps in the position. He's running for like 90 movement speed than he had before.
He gets that movement, the 60% movement bonus with the leap, just off. Like he gets the leap off,
cool.
and he's gone. It's like max movement speed. Well, they find somebody here. Nope. There's a cheese, by the way, on the axe in case you haven't noticed.
Can you give me an arrow?
Close. They're gonna push in. Is this gonna be the first high ground push of the game? It's certainly what it feels like. At 54 minutes in, this game is going by fast, it feels like. Slurry Crush will hit onto the Timbersaw. They're jumping in. He's going to get the Timber Chain off. Dagon will go. They have the Ursa. He has the Enrage still. That's just an Ethereal Blade Dagon. It does quite a bit of damage. Still alive, though.
Like, the Slaughter doesn't even feel useful anymore, doesn't he? Like,
no, not at all.
He hasn't been farming.
He gets like a stun on 1 or 2, and then he gets a counter called like immediately by the X. And it's usually on 2.
BKB is a great item, but it's only going to last for so long, and once it ends, his hero's impact just feels so much less than some of the things that LG.
He was getting some good multi-man stuns early on in the game, or
those were great. Like, his laning stage was amazing, his early mid-game team fighting was amazing, his initiations have been great, but there's just been a really long period here where Slaughter hasn't done much, and it's really truly transitioning into like offlane support role.
A bit unfortunate for how this Slaughter. He played, like you said, so well in the laning phase, but 3-7 and 20, not that bad of a stat line. With a lot of assists. Right now, it's clear out the creep wave one creep wave at a time. Wait for Roche potentially again.
12 sentries on the Rubik here. Having gem problems, I guess.
Yeah, he's got that detection.
No, they still actually do have a gem on both teams.
Arrow? Oh, they found this Ursa, but he's able to rage because he's got an anger interceptor, so he's fine. But still, forced back. They do clear out the creep wave so fast. It's very tough to push in. Wave gets destroyed that quickly. They pretty much have to find a fight.
And that's kind of the issue. Both teams are good at pushing the wave, so it is actually terrifying to go high ground. Like, do they chance this? Like, they really want to go to Boston. Just is this a little safe? They can just close it. One more fight.
At least one more series here for LGD. EHome are doing the damnedest that they really can. Razor will get a static link off. It's a nice 7-7 damage win.
That's the they want to get. They want to kill Razor. They blow him. He doesn't have buyback for 2.5. They definitely get a rest.
Nobody has buyback on the Dire team. In fact, nobody really close other than a Witch Doctor is not going to save your team. Chakram's just being thrown casually to stunned up Bounty Hunter. As squishy as he is, he's not going to just fall dead. And Aim's going to pick up. Another static link will go. Tombstone's dropped down. Another static link for 98. Tombstone immediately killed. Almost killing the Bounty Hunter. He keeps it done. Beyond God's like Trooper maybe. Jumps in, zaps him with the Ethereal Blade and dig in. And now they're down 4 versus 5.
That man
Stun up. Aim in trouble. Still alive. Getting past again. They will bring him down finally. Dead for 18. Got 5. Not using Yule set to the axe. He's got Swing Dagger. He's going to pop the He's still in trouble. Now jumping into the request. Stolen by Rubik. Into a Fade Bolt. Maybe comes in with a nice Starstorm. Razor 4th BKB. He's got the refresh. Aim is back up in 3 seconds. They find his kill. Ethereal Blade. There it is there. Ready to go. He's looking for it. He's got the BKB. If he wants to refresh, he will. And the Chakra makes the Hex off of the Earth. The Popsy and Rage still alive. Mules will come out. He's in trouble. About to fall. The Chakra out there. The cast still bouncing through. Backing away. Victoria getting chopped down by the Razor Whip. Will get dropped finally. And that will signal LGD to back up finally and get out of the base. They couldn't quite get those kills.
They're getting some really good shelter, and that's not what they need. They need a core dead that can't buy back. That hopefully can lead into another 2 cores or so. That way they can take a rest.
This is some solid high ground defense, honestly.
It's everything EHome needs. Like they stomped their laning stage. They maybe had some early mid game problems, but now they're doing fantastic behind. They can hold this out, and they have to keep holding it out because if LGD gets, they're going.
That was a pretty.
There it is.
Did he sell the? He's insulting it. What would you other than mules?
Yeah, I guess it's sure. 8,000 is pretty good.
He's got a lot of money.
Razor comparable almost. Razor's also very front.
Yeah, this guy's had a pretty game. 13-3 and 12. I really liked the refresher pickup. Even if he's not getting kills in this fight, it makes it so much harder for them. You know that he has 2 BKBs.
Just to stay alive, let his lightning do all the magic, the minus armor.
Smoke from LGD. Look to engage on the high ground of EHome towards this secret shop. Could head straight into Roche if they wanted to, but that's not going to be what they want. Arrow is going to come through first, and it will hit on Bounty Hunter. Yes, the Glimmer Kick is there. They force him forward. He's dead to a nade. I don't know if they use the Ethereal Blade. They'll drop Tombstone. There's the Hex onto the Razor, but they just don't have the chain follow. We'll be able to find him with a call. Maybe they do. Maybe they have the chain follow. Down for 2 minutes. He does have buyback quickly enough. UD is forced to pop his own BKB, and then hightail it back into base. He does not have buyback if he gets caught. There's the buyback from the Razor. Now the Abyssal, they'll find maybe he's low, gets forced out. They get off the breeze in time. The cat's coming through. The Dagon flies out. They'll get the kill on that Witch Doctor. Next scene, it'll be the Martyr. It looks like it's a static link, linking all of that damage. Jump in, aim. Now the stun up the Ursa. He's been hexed. The Chakram's coming through. Do they have the damage? Not yet. Arrow will sail in. They've got the Calling Blade. He's going to get dropped in a moment. They can't get it off in time. Forced back at the base. Aim can't get it done either. He's stun locked. He'll go down yet again. And EHome hold once more.
They're getting those initial bursts that they need to kill heroes, but once the Dire heroes get back in the fight, everything just seems so straightforward. Razor bites back, deals tons of damage, and just starts two-shotting supports on the back line.
Wow, that gold change was literally like 200 gold. Like 3 heroes died, 2 buyed back, and it was a 200 gold swing like on both sides. I've never seen that before. It's crazy. Not like it was like 2,000 to 2,200. It was literally 200.
Like net worth deflation. They like all spend so much money trying to hold team fights that nobody actually gains.
Yeah, they like.
Then there's about matters, so really it doesn't. Does that even matter anymore?
No, probably not.
It's just farming you stuff. Please God, I hope this guy gets up for a fight or something.
He never get there.
Dying.
What did he buy?
Dagon.
Did he just did he buy back or something? Because he had like 1,400 gold. I felt like at some point.
But no, he's just possibly died many times. Is 14 deaths also.
That's probably.
Maybe that's where his money went.
True. Maybe I misread the amount of gold he actually had. Still, now back and forth we go again. LGD have the net worth advantage. EHome feeling better in the momentum department. It is 61 minutes in. We've hit that point. Hex will out. They're going to get the call, but still, he should be fine. Up at half health, his heart will heal him back up as long as he can get out of combat. It does push them away from the tower, however.
And back to farm.
We'll see you guys in 5 minutes. That's kind of how it feels at this point.
It does. They want to lose.
No, I mean,
these one from winning.
They're certainly making this entertaining. I can't really complain about anything else. It's been a fun game to watch.
Refresh on that.
Which curve? Darker? He refreshes that. The Razor.
Razors, yeah.
Yeah, they put it for the... Oh, it's the Aegis, of course. Ooh. That's unfortunate. He's very close to getting that courier kill. It's gone.
Rest in peace, Kirk. Oh, there it is.
No,
they
he's
actually
good.
almost
He's
killed
good.
it.
They almost killed it, but they didn't get it. They didn't quite get it. LGD will push out the creep wave as far as the tier 3 tower. I don't see them going for this. I would be shocked.
I wouldn't be surprised if maybe goes in for a combo minimum. Like he's done that many times, getting a crucial solo kill to make the next high ground push a little easier. They're just having trouble taking the tower afterwards. Just to make it.
How much damage do they do this tier 3? Wow.
They either have to win the fight convincingly that all of their heroes can hit at least a moderate amount, but until then, they're just going to be really good at magic ganking, kind of.
Oh, speaking of Hood, guess who got one? That's not the bounty hunter.
I don't even want to know if it's not. I don't know.
It's Slardar.
I like that too. Kind of a similar situation. His team fight hero can initiate. Has that all in the past.
Alright.
Although I guess I excelled most of those.
I'm gonna ask a silly question. We're 63 minutes in, so we're at the late game. Who wins in like 20 minutes? Like who wins in the super late game? Or is that already existing? Is that
I don't know, man. I think EHome has really good gank opportunities for a while, just because their heroes are all so farmed. And they've been doing a really good job turtling all game too. So I think LGD's got to be scared about going high ground against them.
They still have room to grow on a lot of their heroes, especially the Slardar. There's still some more items they can get for the Ursa. That Abyssal Blade really helped them out in a lot of those engagements. How about the Razor?
Definitely has.
The Razor's pretty much 6-slotted at this point. This is not an easy engagement if they're going to go for him. He walks back in. They have the Hex. They kind of stack their stuns there. Good counter initiation with the Diffusal Blade, arrow. They do hit it up on the Razor, but that's it. Call, that Hex. If they can't kill him within that time span, maybe a lift as well, then that's it.
And they're back. Oh, another
That's a lot of damage too, but he does get the enrage off. BKB still not going for either of the heroes. Poking every now and then.
Heart's actually such a good idea on Razor, this kind of birthday lineup. As long as they don't have super regular carries, just being able to survive the nuke combo and backing up and healing is great.
What is this Undying providing, by the way? Out of capacity? A mech?
Items.
Yeah, I guess the items. He's gonna have mech soon, at least.
His ultimate's gives a lot of these near people get enter wound damage, right?
Yeah, plus
People
he's pretty good, man.
30%.
That's pretty good. You guys are gonna get a 2-3 tower one day, I promise. Somebody will.
If only Marana hits it, who knows, man.
She got a butterfly now. She hits pretty hard. Just physical damage.
It's okay. It's damage-wise. It's mostly attack speed with a lot of survivability.
Any other items coming out that we haven't seen? We've talked pretty much about everything.
I don't even think the items matter that much at this point. It all comes down to can maybe land an arrow on somebody to start combo and kill them when they don't have buyback. That's all very likely.
Can they chain their disables well enough in order to get a kill, which forces buyback? There's a buyback second for the Razor. They have one for the Ursa. They have one for the Slardar. The entire rating team has one with the exception of sports.
I mean, either way, just delaying his 6th item is really beneficial, for sure.
I'm going to go for it again.
But what's he?
I'm going to go for Slardar. Counter initiation. They found the arrow. He's still alive. Guardian creep. Another diffuse blade, but he pops the BKB. Pulling plate, not there. The HP, not low enough. Now QD coming in. There's the Missile Blade. Hero Blade comes out, though, and keeps Axe alive. At least the Ghost Scepter. Ame coming in. Gonna go right to work on the tier 3 tower. I have the Storm. They still have the Refresher BKB ready for the Razor. They got him so low. Some good 4 stabs from EHome Keen. They keep him alive.
He didn't even waste his Refresher either, so they're pretty happy with that, I'm sure.
How does it take to kill a hero in this game of Dota right now?
Chain stuns. They only have 1 Hex. They're weak on disables. There's a few things.
Wards aplenty. He has 6,000 gold after all. You can afford some wards.
Yeah, that's the point where you actually have unlimited money, so might as well buy all the wards, detection items, TPs for everybody.
They're just gonna, I feel like they're gonna keep having Razor stand on the edge. They're gonna go for like a call or an ethereal blade or an arrow. If they get one of those, they can try to follow up. That
seems like it has to be the call every time, just because that way at least he's not making himself invisible and giving himself magic resistance.
They've been very good about these 4 stabs from EHome Team. This is one of the longest sieges I've seen in a long time, and it's not even really a building siege. They're just trying to kill the Razor.
The Axe is ready. That was maybe an opportunity when the creep wave bunches up like that, but they've even gone in on those, and it's still not enough damage. All of these fights are so hard.
I have a feeling this is not over anytime soon with how this is progressing, which down 4 if we get some more cool because there's a lot of them.
Mod, do you wish there was an SD in this game on the Radiant team? You know, because I sort of do.
A little bit, yeah.
Like, let the towers die. Open this up a little.
Trying to put better. Like that's the thing, like it just feels there's a stalemate in it. Nobody can kill anybody. If it takes some towers, it might be a bit easier.
I mean, you could still play around like BKB cooldowns and stuff for Eye of the Storm. It's just been difficult to secure the kills that they need.
There's been a lot of really good defensive play in this game, I have to point out. And offensive play, really.
Oh, and an Orchid I got. Sorry.
I
think that's
Bloodthorn?
Against, yeah, probably Bloodthorn. Obviously, it's going to be for the Morana, I believe, when she blinks in. Very useful against Timber as well.
What did he drop? He had the Aegis, which he put with the Refresh Orb. What did he sell?
Ags,
SMY? No, Ags. Wait, did he have an Ags?
Yeah, he did. He had Ags Refresher. Kind of a weird thing to drop, but you don't really need Ags to hit buildings, which is one of the benefits.
Oh, yeah, there it is. I didn't see it in the base. Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. If he's pushing a high ground, he can just bring it out to him. Ags Refresher, what have you. Hope everyone's having a good night. 69 minutes into this game at this point. It's been a long day. It's been a long day for some of us.
For you, especially, how many hours did you drive today?
I drove 14 hours today.
Long time.
Yeah.
Potamult gonna come through the character could get picked.
He might be
here. He
dead.
doesn't have buyback.
And they just don't. The Glimmer Cape was there. They didn't go for him. That arrow hit. Oh. Ooh, not tombstone or Undying Ag, excuse me. Good. They tickle the earth. He has a heart now, by the way. Gonna be hard to kill both of them.
I like E-blading and Dagoning this guy, and he's taking actually no damage. And now he's healed up anyways. The power of the hearts, man.
Heart of Tarask.
This used to be so good on Ursa when it used to, his ult would deal damage based on how much HP he had.
Yeah.
Now it's literally an E-blade Dagon counter. Alright, they got the
Combine it with those guys.
I don't think that's gonna work either, actually.
It's not gonna work. Being facetious. However, this Razor, he does get forced down off the BKB nearly in time. Slurry Crush coming out, counter initiating on the Timber Saw again. They've got the lift up, the arrow through. He's got no one rage. He has the BKB. Slurry Crush stolen again. Buyback is available for the Ursa though, but they want this tier 3 tower. There is a glyph. They get it off just narrowly in time to save the tier 3. Buyback is still there for the Ursa. They're getting ready to go. Maybe try to find some sort of counter initiation. They have the Hex on the bounty after the Yules will come out. They have the Slaughter. They've sent it the forced away from that statically refresher. They're gonna try to go for the 3 questions onto 2, Undying, as well as the Ruby in trouble. The Razor running him up. They'll get 1, they'll get 2, they'll push him back. Aim as well as Axe forced away. They're trying to get out as fast as possible. Double Chakram.
He's
taken. He's going in. Are they going to try to turn this Moonlight Shadow straight front? He's still in trouble. There's the York coming out. It will end up falling down for 99. He has buyback. The Undying does not. Finally, EHome, they do lose the Ursa, but I don't think they really lost anybody else there at all. They didn't.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad for them. That's a massive gold swing, like 6,000 gold for EHome. Finally getting the team fight they wanted. It looked pretty bad for them at the start. At some point, they just overextended, and they were able to pick them off one goal with all their damage.
Maybe push in. Got the tier 3 tower. They have rotated the out. Ursa has 36. This is very sketchy. That is ready for the Timber Saw. That's the most important thing in the Undying's back at the 20. And it looks like they're making a go here for EHome. They want to try to force out this buyback at the very least.
He brought his eggs on this Razor, so he's like, oh, I actually want
Boom. This tier 3 is falling swiftly. Arrow will hit a creep. Starstorm. Some casual damage.
Radiant structure.
And they could maybe Razor their free pick, but
so there ain't crush, no real fall steps. The call will come out. Now they're going to try to fight BKB to plenty. The Razor with the static link back up. Another lift on the Hex stuff. First Knight's going to take a dig, and he cannot afford to dive. He will get the enrage off in time. They will bring down She. He's got buyback, but now the Razor in trouble drops. He's got 128 seconds to respawn, but again, another buyback available. The Earth stays no 2 seconds, and it gets canceled yet again. Can they bring him down? He jukes. He's able to blink in a second. He gets out in time. Can they find him? He's in the tree line, and he's able to get away with a TP. Oh my god.
that was scary.
This game is nuts.
Razor had to fight after that one, too.
He did.
On the top rack's actually taking really good damage on the LGD side. But they'll be able to rush with this at least, finally being able to run down their opponents. Definitely one of their greatest strengths. Once they have their Razor, one of your opponents as well as Ursa, then for most of LGD's heroes, they have to just book it.
This Roche is going to take forever.
So finally, once they finally got that kind of momentum change, it was just completely different. It's one of the few times I've seen LGD chase this game.
They will take down Roche slowly but surely without aim. Bots in at a moment's notice with bots 2. Octarine picked up. What did he sell for that? Bloodstone? He must have. Bloodstone for Timberstone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about Razor. I was really confused.
That would be crazy.
I was like, tanky hero that buys Bloodstone. Razor?
No, the Timber sold his Bloodstone for the Octarine core.
I mean, it's probably fine. Lowers the cooldown of Hex. That's pretty huge. The Dagon cooldown lowering 11.25 seconds for an 800
He has
damage
enough mana too that can
That's
just
good stuff.
Bam. He doesn't need the mana regeneration.
Kind of. Like, he does sort of. There are times where you love to have Bloodstone. In fact, part of the reason he is so farmed is because he got so many Bloodstone charges that they could use that mana to collect items afterwards.
Good point. Also, what was I going to say? The respawn time is very good, obviously, but at this stage of the game, it needs to be a high bloodstone charge for it to be, you know, anything significant. 41,000 net worth. He's leading the way. He continues to do so.
I don't see anything new on her either.
Yeah, those buybacks really hurt them. They do get the blood the razor. That's the one item.
Wonder when that was very good against the Timbersaw.
Has the Ursa bought anything in like the past couple of like besides the heart? I guess.
No, just the heart. I think Abyssal obviously, but damage weak, but not too surprising for the hero. It's got 3 survivability items. 3.5 for Abyssal. It's a very man up.
And he still is dying in a lot of these fights, and pretty quickly too in some of them. Some of these fights doesn't get off his rage, or it's on cooldown. He doesn't have his BKB. That's the big thing getting initiated on.
Shifting in to now. It was for Daedalus, sells the AC or the eggs.
And they're just gonna start positioning into right click carry. I don't know. Is that the answer? Is that doable?
I mean, it does go through BKB. Of course, pretty huge.
True.
Allows them to hit buildings.
Tier 3 tower gone. Tombstone will be taken down just as quickly. Or maybe not. Soul Rip. Lotus Orb now puts on the Razor up front. Tier 3 tower is gone across the board. The entryway to the barracks is open. On the not be game winning, but it's close to it. No buyback on either of those heroes for at least a minute and a half.
On the side, at least they can't buy their supports as rewards if back.
True.
Yeah, some
to call there. It was just a bit mistimed from the act. Follow up arrow will hit. They can't find the follow up though. Trying to jump on the Razor. A little base, it looks like.
Forwards.
They're good. Got some good vision in their own base. It's just 81 every couple minutes in this. Just waiting. Time. And hit the thing. Get done by crushing. Shock or 2. Or X. Just for good measure. Finally building. First
I was correct.
Building.
This is the part that things scare you, and that the physical can. Murata's actually a good late game carry. Just normally her items are very utility based. So she instead goes for things like fire. Then she's able to clear lanes very rapidly compared to what you know.
Next thing you know, I start hitting hard on that Undying Dragon Scepter.
Oh, yes.
Still okay. He seems rather. What?
She just came out of feelings.
If anything, they coming down to the. Oh, I'm starting to lose the big fight, and it's a bad one. First, doesn't have buyback. Still be sour very quickly. Placed down again. They is an arrow. The tape will come through with the axe calling coming time. It does get forced away. Meanwhile, Dota is just playing these lessons. We'll get this last. Turns around. The axe can't do it either as he's gripped up through. 400 for damage. She's up for 96. That's it. Gone. Victoria on. Used off that goat. Scepter. Yeah. Gone. A second. Moment. You get dropped down by a Ursa. Pretty good hold. It is what not even, but not.
So they're scrounging for some rack LGD side, but they're just staying too long, and eventually EHome.
All of the damage coming in. That'll be a dead slaughter, but has to be his on damn.
Dire let all their bottom towers fall.
Safe.
The barracks may be next.
Someone.
Axe cuts on you!
Get for the
Radiant's middle
We're on a
tower
bike
has
here.
fallen.
free.
To them.
That fight might have been if GD, but he's doing some struggle. But 79 it's in the game.
That's the problem. The heroes aren't far. Like X is doing it. It's initiating.
They are all ready to go again.
So everything changes again.
Don't Roche. Excellent.
I mean,
Yeah, they're good at it. And they give it to the axe last time. So that now for EHome, you can still would have
Shadow fired.
stop. That's it. That's the game thing item.
Those middle barracks have fallen. You really don't want to lose those.
Going up, down through. Yeah. Or they go away the tombstone as the bottom melee rack can heal. Not getting them down. The slip is coming. Trying to save a lot of power / rack damage in.
New.
On these Raxes. Like crazy, finally. 0 seconds there, still low. More on the line. That was very stay alive and make up.
It just got it. He has like the.
Yeah, they're
Try again.
abilities. Boost orb, that boost orb. Fairly up to significant. Yeah, well, Roshan's up in like 3 minutes. Someday.
We'll go high ground again. A little bit of poke. Okay, has
Dire's middle
solutions to
barracks are
pressure.
under
Yeah.
High ground.
You
Early.
either A is about to use something that's a second fight. Arrow getting 4 into below. So doing crush onto 2. BK was delayed there, but he's able to get out in time and get away from the rest of that damage. Now on his own, goes to the top. Shai is gonna have to back there getting out of the fray. Pushed out of the base. Get it back. Out once more. It puts his something in place.
See,
Yeah.
where they're kind of trying to kill each other, they just have a very interesting balance of HP to damage.
Zelkini, but nobody to follow up with on the bottom. Get out. The TP. Some nice damage to melee racks.
I mean, LGD's their path to victory. All they have to do is just do the slow.
The megas.
They're just avenge. They're scared. I think they can deal with.
Fights. I believe the one without his little doctor. Cool. Sure. Only this thing a hero blade Maxi. Everyone else on the LGD side.
So.
It's go 4th. John. He decided to push into the base and finish. Once and or will EHome continue to hold? The first 3 games of the Bears, they're holding for deep life.
So they just before they get troops behind it.
Looking like a tough test. It gets forced away. There's the Guardian Greaves loaded sword base as well. Static. See. Again, no creep wave ready to go. And at this point, they could go on. They find the Razor. They have more than will finish off a full set of Crush doesn't quite get it off in the right spot. Maybe trying to take out. He makes it. They're trying to deal with someone to get up there. Murata wants to get it out base. The back up to the high ground. Third set of racks. 2 sets of racks down. Only a melee rack is left. 4 because they're there. They are holding on. Oh, the on to 2 with the damage to the Razor. Razor is down for 120. After 86, that might be enough. The Mirage is going to work. Ursa cannot do it on his own. I'm sure he'll try that, but even then, he's going to get shot down. GG is 6 minutes into this game, and LGD take the series. Go hard fought. The first game, maybe not.
Yeah, and with mid-game, teammates with not max evil. It just kept being to kill us, allowed them to go high ground, pressure the tower, and finally start translating into physical items that got them space. And half with the team, but it worked well at the end, obviously. But just put them in that position where they didn't have towers and they didn't have range attacks is already made it so hard for them to.
That was hard to close that game. And feel like that was ground defenses, and poking and prodding type games I've seen in a long time. There was actual place. Sure, it might have been a slow at a certain point, but you got to give credit to LGD. They planned, they executed it. You also give credit to EHome for it so long and almost an opportunity that victory. But yeah,
it was a really good. Based teams picked very early focus. Will become mainly good game like super late game or Thanos or that very strong controls. Both teams very limited based on these like small skirmish things, and they just couldn't change it. But the crucial one at the end on the ring, disable, stolen Rubik, Crush, a Slowdar, 3 that'll be what kills Rick. They need to just execute perfectly.
It's like that. It ends in a flash. But that'll do it for us tonight. And we more tomorrow. Dota, the boss major. IG will take on LGD forever. That should be one of the better matches. It's a lot of to watch that one. Loser of that series moved on to play up against LG loser finals, and of course 2 slots available. These teams determined to move on. Guys, thanks so much for watching today here on Moondock TV. You can follow us on Twitch. TV. You can check us out over at moondock.tv as well. My name is Dota and at Per Gamer. And with all that said and out of the way, it has been a very long day for me. I will see you guys later.